Oh. Can you guys hear me? Hold on one sec, guys.
Yeah, you're not being seen.
Okay.
It doesn't even show you live.
Sorry, guys. Can you hear me? Refresh. I'm live. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. YouTube has been glitching like crazy. Okay, we're back up. Ah, gee. So sorry about that, Ahood. I was just about to start your reading and everything just went blank over here. Oh my goodness. Okay, thank you guys. I don't know what happened. This is like a YouTube issue. Bad YouTube. Okay, let's go. So sorry. All right, here we go. I'm glad everyone's back. Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, it just went black and I didn't see anything else. I couldn't comment or do anything. All right, so let's get into your reading, Ahood. So focusing on you and Horus, of course, twin flame connection. Just an update on Horus's feelings towards me now that I'm in another country. Okay, that's right. I remember that. Okay, here we go. Let's grab some messages for Horus. The last one was really uplifting, wasn't it? The message that we got last time, I think. Okay. Everybody that's rejoining us, thank you. So sorry about that glitch. You're in Sydney now. Okay. So let's take a look at Horus and the situation. Okay. We're seeing union. Okay. So maybe this is interesting. We've got destruction, but now we also see awakening. So I feel that a part of Horus's vibe, the way it's coming through here, he's slowly making progress in his heart space. Going through this awakening for him is crucial. 12:17 p.m. on Saturday. Oh, wow. Thank you for providing that time because I have no idea when people are tuning in. Well, thank you for joining us on a Saturday. So even though he might have created situations here, Ahood, where it fell apart, part of this clarity for Horus, I feel, is eventually going to help bring you guys back together. We have an offer. Okay. Let's see. Look at that. We have recognition. So this is doing him a world of good, I feel, that he's waking up to the possibility of being with you in the 3D here. Let's go ahead and add to this and see what else we can learn. I feel like grabbing a dialogue message on behalf of Horus too. Let's see what he wants to say. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Ahood, Sagittarius. I mean Aquarius, I apologize. And Horus, Sagittarius. All right. We have I Won't Ever Forget You. Okay. I feel, since you guys are twin flames, that even if he were to push down his feelings or whatever the case might be, you're so connected in the heart space that it's true. He won't ever forget you. Let's see. From his higher self, give me another message, please. Is it too late for us? So that could be part of the apprehension too, sometimes from Horus, where he is possibly wanting union, but he could also be doubting himself, or at least that's how part of his thought processes might have been before. But this awakening is a part of his journey. So that's what's going to give him the answer that he is seeking. Bottom of the deck from here, I will love you until the end of time. 12:19 on the clock. Oh, that's his birthday. I love that. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what else we can learn. But those are some pretty inspiring messages to perhaps give you hope that so much more can happen here between the two of you. You will always be a part of his heart space. We're seeing the Ace of Wands. That's followed by your Empress energy, Ahood. Okay, that's how he sees you. Maybe he has his own issues, which is what created this type of energy. But I feel he sees you as the one. That's what he's recognizing. That's what a part of his awakening, to be able to see you in that way. And life will present you guys, I feel, with this opportunity to try again. So even though things might not be progressing right here, right now, I feel that's temporary. And then we have the Ace of Cups, which is a new beginning in love for the two of you. We've got the Sun, which is so beautiful. And thank you for sharing that his birthday is on the 19th. And here's the number 19 popping up all of a sudden. How cool is that? I don't know. Does he have Leo in his chart maybe? Because the Sun represents that. So I feel when he thinks about you, it does lighten up his energy a bit. It makes him happy to think about you. Yeah, but he also maybe sometimes self-sabotages his way of thinking, you know, wanting to have this union, but is it too late for us? He allows himself to stop the progress sometimes or to slow things up. It's almost like he puts the brakes on. You think so? Wow, how cool is that? I mean, number 19 and Leo specifically for Horus. Here's his own Sagittarius energy now, Temperance. So this is a card, of course, of restoring balance and harmony, but it's just going to take time. And it's that patience reference that we keep seeing. But there is progress that will eventually be made here, I feel. And this Two of Swords could even indicate very, very slow progress to where it feels like nothing's happening. So it could even be maybe during his own Sagittarius season, maybe on the 19th, when you might get some answers or clarity when it pertains to the two of you. Three of Pentacles. This is clarification with that Six of Cups. There are times when he is heavily thinking about you. He feels very nostalgic. And maybe when you're thinking about Horus, that's when he's picking up off of your vibe and thinking of you as well. Yeah, there is that P word that seems to be popping up. But we also have the twin flame reference with the Four of Wands. Such a popular card this evening where I'm at. Of course, afternoon where you are at. But this is an indication of a possible reunion between you and Horus. So it almost doesn't matter where you live throughout the world. I feel you will always pick up off of each other's energies regardless. Knight of Cups. Love can grow and bloom between the two of you again. He's coming through as the Emperor. It falls on his shoulders, of course, to be able to reunite the two of you. But it's half the battle knowing that he's finally recognizing what you represent in his life and the connection in his heart. And here's your Aquarius energy also with the Fool. Okay, so there is a fresh start here. Yes, a wish that can manifest. Our 1111 number, yes. So something specifically for you, since we are also seeing Aquarius, a new beginning. And then we have the Six of Swords, that is followed by the Chariot. I love that. And then we have the Ten of Cups, followed by the Ten of Pentacles. I mean, all of these are great cards Tens, of course, representing some sort of cycle that is completing and very good energies. This represents the love, the harmony that can be restored. It could also be picking up off of a family dynamic. Finances could be looking up, but as I mentioned earlier, the Ten of Pentacles can represent a very, very strong bond between two people and being able to solidify the partnership and to bring in the stability and the security in the relationship. So whatever might have created that destruction, with the Six of Swords coming through here, that's giving you guys the opportunity to move on, you know, to move past it. And the Chariot is here to help you guys move forward away from that. So you couple that up with the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles, it looks very positive as far as being able to re-explore the relationship. It looks really nice. Yes. And this is confirming this card, you know, the Tower and this destruction. It's a very similar energy. So that, of course, represents the separation. So even though there is that separation and distance, I feel it is ultimately going to come back together. And then we have the Hierophant representing the commitment that he would need to be able to bring in and renew in order to help you guys out on this union. And we started off with this card right from the very beginning. Okay, so that's what I've got for you, Ahood. I feel he still picks up off of your vibe, your energy. We clearly see from his higher self that he's not ever going to forget you. It's clearly coming through here. He just trips himself out every now and then. You know, should I continue to put in effort? Is it too late? Maybe it's been too much time, too much water under the bridge, but the love continues to be there. Okay, so that's where I'm at this time for your reading. I hope that helps you out. Thank you as always. Alrighty, so Shanice, thank you for waiting. It is your turn. Very welcome, Ahood. Thank you. Okay. Were there 2 questions submitted for Shanice? There were 2 questions. I saw 2 questions.
Oh, I guess for her and the mom.
Okay. Hold on one second, Shanice. All right. So let me get these cards put back and then we'll get started on your reading. And everybody that took the time to join us, thank you guys so much. Sorry for that little glitch. Seems to be a YouTube issue. It wasn't on our end, so yeah, you know, you just end up feeling so helpless because the live stream literally just stopped. And we had to turn everything off and restart. Okay, here we go. Currently not in communication. Thank you. Okay, so what is Kai's feelings and emotions towards me? And then what's Kai's feelings and emotions towards his children's mother? Okay, all right. So you guys are not in communication. Let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on in the relationship with his children's mother first. Okay, here we go. Angels and spirit guides, please. Focusing on Kai, Leo, his emotions towards his children's mother. Okay, what does that look like? What does that look like? We have overly analytical coming through here, which can sometimes come through as somebody who can be a little bit naggy. You haven't spoken in 2 weeks? Okay. This is interesting, setting free. that could certainly be an indication that maybe Kai has thought about releasing his interaction with his children's mother. We'll, of course, take a look at the tarot. What else, please? Focusing on the situation between Kai and his children's mother. Oh, this is interesting. We see pretend. So, is he pretending to want to set this person free? Or is he pretending to keep the peace? We also see forgiveness. So maybe they've had a conversation, and in order to be able to be civil with each other, maybe he's found a way to just be able to forgive his children's mother over how things might have unfolded between the two of them. So let's grab some insight here and see what is up with this. I feel they butt heads a little bit. I don't know if you have heard anything about that, Shanice. It's almost like they're pretending to be put together. But it could be challenging, actually. What do we need to know here? We have the Queen of Swords. So I don't know if his children's mother is an air sign, but it could represent that. Maybe sometimes she has her boundaries up as well, especially if she tends to be the overly analytical person here in the relationship or the connection. Only through tarot? Okay. She could be a little bit abrasive towards him, perhaps. What else do we need to know, please? Oh, wow. This says a lot, Shanice, when it comes to what's going on there. I feel this is more of a burden for Kai, that he's been carrying this for so long. That might have something to do with their responsibilities, and it's affecting him a lot, you know? So that could be what it is that he wants to let go of and set it free, because it's possibly stressing him out, but maybe he's also pretending to not show that stress to his children, or maybe even to you. Let's see what else. What else do we need to know here, please? Death card. Okay, endings, beginnings, change. Something needs to shift and change here in this whole dynamic. So the way they're interacting right now, they can't continue. The way they're focusing on the children and maybe the way they interact with each other in front of the children. Something's not working here, basically. Or maybe they're, this card right here, it's huge. You know, to be able to pretend that everything's fine, everything's okay, but it's not. And so the longer they pretend that it's working, the more it's going to come to an end. And the only way for things to work out peacefully between the two of them is to do things differently. You know, come up with a different plan on how to maybe sort out responsibilities as a parent. Because that's an issue. And now we see the Six of Swords. I feel in his heart space and his emotions, he thinks of it often, that he just wants this to not be a part of his life. And I'm feeling more so, of course, when it comes to his ex, not so much his children, of course. He just wants to be able to move on, take care of his responsibilities, but not really interact much with her, but that's unavoidable at this point right now. Maybe they've also had some pretty tense conversations, perhaps. He just wants peace, but he's unable to find that right now. That is what I'm getting from Kai. What else, please? The Fool. He wants to start over and kind of do things differently. That's just what I'm picking up from him. You know, this is a transition card. We've got 2 transition cards right next to each other. He wants to be able to take a chance on being able to do something differently here. Look at the next card. So we've got the Tower. Something's going to fall apart here. Something's not working in the whole family interaction. I feel it's coming through as a burden for him. It is coming through as a burden. And he's struggling through it a little bit. We do see the 9 of Pentacles. That could be picking up off of his stability, perhaps, when it comes to his finances. But if not, it could also be picking up off of his desire to just be independent of this arrangement that he might have with her. He wants to be able to just kind of do his thing the way he sees fit. So yeah, they're clashing right now. That's the way it's coming through. We do have conflicts represented by the 5 of Wands here. So there's some sort of competition going on between the 2 of them. Possibly some disagreements and arguments. Oh, gee, look at the next card. 5 of Swords. There's the disagreement. They are not seeing eye to eye. You know, this one, they're not seeing eye to eye. Maybe they're both pretending to be, I just keep picking up off of this vibe, like they're pretending to be okay, but it's not okay. For the sake of the children, perhaps. Something's not working. Yeah. I feel when it comes to Kai, he's got his walls up, understandably so, perhaps. He wants to be single, yeah. That makes sense. He'd rather be solo. He's got his walls up. And now we've got this Devil card popping up. So it seems that the situation with his children's mother, it's very toxic. That's the way it's coming through. It's not a good situation. It's unhealthy. And it's causing him to feel overwhelmed, overloaded with all of these responsibilities. And this is basically how he's conducting himself, you know, with that 10 of Wands energy. He feels like he's taking on too much, and the responsibilities just continue to get heavier and heavier for Kai. So I feel that's an issue for him. But we do have the Ace of Swords as the bottom of the deck. I feel it's up to him to be able to cut out in his life what is not working. And that includes the arrangement that he has with his ex. He needs to face the truth of what's stressing him out and why it's coming through as such a heavy energy for him, and to take control of the situation. I feel he's tired. You know, we do see the 4 of Swords right here. He needs a break. He needs to literally take a break. He needs to sleep more, maybe get more rest. He needs time to be able to process what's happening here. So I'm just feeling from him, it's a struggle. They need to work together, but I don't think they are. I think they're clashing. You know, we see that with this energy. I'm kind of picking up that he's angry at times and he needs to, as it says, pretend that it doesn't bother him as much as it does for the sake of his children, but it does. So that's what I'm getting for that situation. I feel it's challenging, you know? All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the situation for the two of you. That was interesting, the way that came through. But I kind of feel it makes a lot of sense, you know? So let me go back to what that said now. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at the two of you, right? Okay, what deck am I drawn to here? What deck? Okay, I'm drawn to this one. So you've pulled back, as you've mentioned, no interaction. It's been at least a couple weeks. Angels and spirit guides, please focusing on Kai, Leo. Feelings and emotions towards Shanice. Taurus, what do we need to know, please? What do we need to know? We have this love language card coming through. I feel there are times when he's probably wondering why you guys aren't speaking, why there is no communication. Maybe he's gotten used to you reaching out or always being there, perhaps. Very interesting. It's always been his choice. Yeah, he needs to, you know, take advantage of the opportunities that he has to make those choices while he can. What else, please? Focusing on Kai and Shanice. This is interesting. Eternal heart, infinite unconditional soul love. Maybe that resonates for you, Shanice, where despite the fact that you're not interacting or speaking right now, you still feel each other's energies. Look at how interesting that is. There's your own divine feminine vibe right there. We have the dice card coming through. Risk and gamble. Future change, taking a leap of faith. If he wants to be able to create a more solid foundation for the two of you, he needs to, in a way, take that risk. You know, if the love connection really means a lot to him, which I am feeling from this eternal heart, that you're still very much a part of his heart. If he sees a future with you, then he needs to take advantage of this. It's worth the effort. It's worth taking a chance on it. Look at this. We have two cards representing feminine energy. So one could, of course, represent whatever's going on with his ex. One could, of course, represent you. Or they're both representing you, and it's coming through twice, maybe because it's so prominent that he's feeling this, especially since you've pushed back a little bit. Let's go ahead and see what else I can find out. I want to pull from the Lover's Oracle Heart deck here. I have not used this deck in years, and I was just drawn to it to put it on my desk today, but I'm guided to use it for you. So let's see. Oh my God, stop. Look at this. Twin flames, your passion ignites. Eternal heart, infinite unconditional soul love. The next card after that. Deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. And that applies to both of you, you know? So let's go ahead and grab some tarot here, because this is coming through in a very interesting manner here for the two of you. If you've ever wondered if he doesn't think of you, maybe, I feel you cross his mind, even though there have been some challenges keeping you guys together. But as you mentioned, you know, right now his mentality is, I want to be single. So it might actually be a blessing for you that you're just distancing yourself, because he'll still feel your vibe. He'll still feel your energy. Let's see. And it's interesting too that you mention that it's always been his choice, not only regarding his ex, but between the two of you as well. You know, so he has so many opportunities to do right by you and the relationship, but he also has the opportunity to fix things with his children and their mother. So I kind of feel he prevents progress somehow. We have the 3 of Cups right after that, and I love how it adds up to 10, because 10 of Cups, of course, it's a whole different vibe that could ultimately help you guys move forward and find happiness. We're seeing the Fool again, okay? So it's so fitting that we have take a risk, take that leap of faith. Very similar energy to the Fool. He has to take a chance on love with you, but if he's just not ready, then I feel you got to do what feels right for you, and I feel you're doing that. So this makes a lot of sense, you know, that you already know the answer. You know what it is that feels right for you to do right now. 5 of Swords could also be an indication for you, Shanice, that right now it is a good idea to back off and to walk away from it. He needs to be able to get rid of whatever could be creating conflicts in his heart space, in his mind. He needs to be able to decide, you know, rather than wanting to be single due to perhaps indecision or lacking the ability to commit, perhaps. Because this right here could represent the reunion. It could represent a very positive outcome, a new beginning for both of you. And then you put that next to the Fool. It's also representing a fresh start. But something is clearly conflicting that type of energy here. Yep. You're coming in with the energy of the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, and he needs to recognize you as that queen. Let's see. He needs to recognize that you could be a very giving person, very nurturing, good-natured. You've got good intentions when it comes to the relationship. Look at this. He's coming through as your counterpart. Both king and queen right next to each other. So twin flames, we see that here. We see the World. We see the 6 of Swords. So what I'm seeing here, Shanice, is there is this need to go through this transition. And right now, for you, part of the transformation is to just work on yourself. I feel that could certainly be why we've got 2 feminine cards coming through here. And he needs to be able to decide. That could also be why we've got 2 feminine cards. He needs to be able to decide one way or the other which way he's going to go and where he's going to be putting in his effort. But he's coming through as your person, your divine counterpart. But he's, for some reason, holding back. Look at this, 4 of Cups. So if he doesn't wake up a little bit and recognize that this is an opportunity that is blessing his life, that he will truly miss the chance to be with you. Yeah, he does need to figure it out, Shanice. But if he takes too long to figure it out, he's really going to regret it. He really will. The longer he takes to think about it and not do anything, you know, because going back to this dice message of taking a risk, taking that leap of faith, which is backed up by the Fool, taking that leap of faith again, If he does not do it, if he takes no action, then it creates no movement. He's pretty predictable at this point. Yeah, that Four of Cups says a lot. Missed opportunity, disconnectedness, regrets, stagnation. So it doesn't have to be like that. He can actually do something about this, but he's choosing at this time to not do so. And going back to that 10 of Wands that we saw, that could also be contributing to part of the reason why he feels so much on his shoulders right now. Yeah, look at that. Two of Swords, followed by the Two of Cups. It's almost like the universe is saying, look, look, here's love right here. This is a good relationship. And here he is, I'm not ready. I don't know what to do, so I'm not going to do anything about it right now. Which is a shame, really. Because he's going to miss out. He's going to miss out. And then we have the Three of Swords, so it does represent heartbreak, you know. More depression, separation, the sorrow that you feel when you lose that kind of love. And he clearly is carrying on a lot on his shoulders, but he needs to be able to address those things and get on it, you know, because the longer he waits, the more this opportunity will pass him by. And then it's just going to end up taking him here, where he's going to look back at this time and realize, what have I done? Or I didn't do? What did I not do to take advantage of this very special connection? So he's going to miss out. You're also coming in with the energy of the Queen of Cups, and intuitively you already know. Like you mentioned, he's pretty predictable. You already know. And you've been hurt by this, and life is too short to continually be hurt by somebody that cannot make up their mind. He needs to come in as that Emperor. It's either that or somebody else comes in. This could represent new love for you as well, Shanice. So if he decides to remain in this stagnant situation, if he ends up not taking it upon himself to do the reaching out, to see why you've backed off, to see why hasn't he heard from you, if he's not interested in doing anything about that, then he will eventually get the message that he's missed out. But that might not come, that lesson might not even come for a while. Wow. That's a shame, really, if it ends up going there. Look at that. There's the Ten of Cups. So, 7 plus 3, there's our Ten of Cups. Here it is. It all depends on the choices that he makes to take advantage of this opportunity, to find fulfillment in his life, in the relationship between the two of you, because this is giving him the chance to maybe someday have a reunion with you, but he's blind to it. He's blind to it. That's the sad part, that he's so blind to it. Give me one more card, please. Four of Swords. Okay. So we've seen that too, and he really needs to be able to address these fears and stresses and anxieties that might be contributing to the indecision or the lack of movement here. But this could also be a message for you, Shanice, in that it's telling you to take a break from it, which you are doing. You've done that. You started the ball rolling in that area. Spend time on your own and just focus on your own healing. And if Kai really wants to do the work to make this a reality, then that falls on his shoulders. Let's go ahead and grab some time frames here to see. And I would not ever guide somebody to just keep waiting for someone. So let's see. Oh my gosh, look, that time has passed. That is literally what that says. That time has passed. That could be a message for him, actually. Going back to that Four of Cups. That could be a lesson that he realizes, oh shoot, the time has passed. I've missed the opportunity. I don't blame you on that one if your feelings aren't the same. And then look at the bottom card that came through, divine timing. So, yes, it falls on divine timing to just trust that the universe will move this along in the way that it's meant to. But if he does not do anything about it, that's the loudest message I can get, that if he does not do anything about it, he's going to realize this lesson a little bit too late, because this divine timing could be a specific message for you, Shanice, that in time you will find the love that he has failed to give you due to his lack of indecision. Okay, so I will leave that there. Hopefully that offers you some insight as to what's happening. And as always, we can always dig a little bit deeper for a future reading. Okay, so I hope that helps. Thank you so very much, as always. All right, Cam, do we have any other ones? All right, guys, so I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. We're typically live from 6 to 8, and we're pretty much almost there. And just a shout out to everybody who took the time to join us this evening, and so sorry about the little glitch that we had. That was a YouTube issue where it just went dead. So for part 1 of this live stream, if you missed that and you want to go back and watch the general love forecast, you're welcome to do so. For some reason, it just glitched and everything just went black all of a sudden, and we had to turn everything off and restart. So thank you guys for coming back and watching part 2. I'll go ahead and announce the next session on the community tab here on YouTube, as well as on my Instagram page. If you don't already follow me there, I'd love it if you do. I am The Celestial Forecasts by Carrie on IG. It's the one with the blue check mark. All right, so we'll go ahead and wrap it up there. And we appreciate you guys, and we'll see you real soon.